This episode of Techno Buffalo is brought to you by Lukerate. What's going on, Internet? Welcome back to our episode of Rumor Roundup. I'm your host, John Rettinger, and the title should give it away, but this is the show where we take all the important tech rumors from the week, we pick and choose the most important ones, and I serve them up to you on a silver platter of rumor awesomeness. Up this week, it's the old stalwart. The iPhone 6 is back, the iWatch, and HTC. Maybe some M8 variants are coming, and coming sooner than you think. This is Rumor Roundup. Just start rounding them all up. Let's begin with the iPhone 6. So a news report from the Taiwanese Industrial and Commercial Times claimed production on the first two, that's correct, two iPhone 6 models will begin as early as July, pointing to a September launch for the 4.7-inch phone, and the larger 5.5 one, though, is going to be a staggered release cycle. So we don't know if Apple's going to announce just one and then be like, hey, another press conference, bigger phones coming, or if they'll announce both and say, you know, maybe in September the 4.7-inch iPhone 6 is coming, and then the bigger one maybe a few months later. We don't know, but a staggered release cycle does give Apple a little bit more time. So other changes you can expect, they're expected to use sapphire in the design this year to make it super, super durable as probably a replacement for traditional glass screen. We don't think it's going to be sapphire on the back like glass was on the iPhone 4 and the 4S. Also hearing rumors, especially this week, of voice over LTE calling. I know the iPhone 5 had LTE, but you weren't doing any voice dialing over that thing at all. It was really just for data. So that should mean you should be able to get HD voice, and the voice should sound much, much better because, for lack of a better analogy, the pipes are bigger, more data can go through them to make your voice sound much better. I know, I already can see the memes being made. Bigger pipes. Also expecting iOS 8 to be on board, emphasizing new apps focused on health and fitness, and possibly taking advantage of some new sensors built into the iPhone 6. I love big screen phones. A 5.5-inch iPhone would make me super happy, but even a 4.7-inch phone is 0.47 inches better than what I've got right now. So I think it would be great to have a second release cycle. I think does make sense. I would say September though. We will see an announcement of both phones, and hopefully we'll know more, you know, as we get closer. As soon as parts start to leak and as soon as production starts to start, we'll see sort of these phones start to come out. Apple's done a really bad job the past few generations of keeping things under wraps. So it's only a matter of time now. And it looks like summer and fall is going to be a busy, busy time for the folks from Cupertino. If you believe in your report from Chinese newspaper, easily enough to pronounce, the Economic Daily News via Digitimes. So they are claiming that Apple's smartwatch is going to launch in Q3 of this year, according to Asian supply chain sources, which I don't know what those sources be. The sources are so sketchy sometimes. It could be like, according to that dude, it's coming soon. So if we take the source at their word, Apple is reportedly working with a number of suppliers to ship around, and get this number, 65 million smartwatch units this year. That was not a typo, I didn't say it wrong. 65 million, with an M, not a B, which is still freaking crazy. When they're like, oh, John, so many people have Pebbles. Well, they've only shipped 400,000 units in all of 2013, so think about that. So the Taiwanese company Rettinger is apparently tasked with manufacturing the iWatch processors, while TPK is producing the touch panels, and Quanta Computer is going to take care of all the rest of the business. The report adds the production expected to begin in August, so maybe September, when that iPhone 6 or iPhone 6s get announced, maybe an accessory to go on your wrist, and they're expecting to ship that many. They're going to start building them very soon, like now, which also means more leaks. Yay, so get your blurry cams ready, folks, in those factories, because we want to see what's coming. Let me take a quick minute to thank our friends and overall good people at Lukerate. Listen, I unbox stuff for a living. I like opening up things, and this is something that shows up every month that I get to look forward to, and I know is going to have cool stuff in it. So Lukerate is a subscription box service for geeks, nerds, and gamers like us that deliver pretty awesome stuff to your door for about 20 bucks or so each month, shipping and handling totally included. This month it was all about Titanfall, but previous crates have included things from Marvel, Nintendo, Blizzard, and way more. And if you've got an idea for something awesome, like if you want a Techno Buffalo crate, just saying, you could tell them, and Lukerate will sort of put it into their queue, and perhaps they will make one for you because they want to serve the geek in all of us. So if you like to open up fun things, like that cool unboxing experience, if you like the saltwater taffy they put in here, which was quite delicious, check out Lukerate.com/techno to get 10% off your first order. Again, that's Lukerate, LOOTCRATE.com. So are you a fan of the new HTC One M8, but you're like, John, I wish it had a bigger screen. Well, HTC might have something for you. So flagship variants are the new thing right now. It looks like HTC won't let that M8 sit in the shelves without any siblings for much longer. A blurry photo of a device allegedly called the HTC M8 Ace, imagine trying to put that on a tag, was posted online earlier by our friend on Twitter, Evleaks, who has a really ridiculously solid track record predicting phones. Soon after, though, a second picture of the same phone from HTC tipster, this is on Twitter, at HTCFamily_RU appeared, this time without the blurry screen that Evleaks had, and it clearly showed it running Sense 6 software. Although the big unfortunate thing here is the photo doesn't tell us that much about the device. Supposedly it's going to come in bright red, since that's what the picture was. It has thinner bezels. It also has ginormous speaker grills on the front panel that could just be due to poor picture quality. So to figure out what this phone might be, let's go back in time. Last month, when HTC announced the HTC One, Evleaks hinted that the company was also planning an M8 Mini and an M8 Ace. So based on that lineup, we'd guess the Ace is probably just a supersized version of the HTC One, similar to what we saw with the HTC One Max. Although it could also be a cheaper full-size version of the M8, maybe for developing countries, but that could be something else entirely. There's no way to know, obviously, for sure, but hopefully HTC is going to make an announcement soon. I love bigger phones. I think the HTC One is a perfect size, but I know folks out there would love 5.7 or even a 6-inch phone, so maybe HTC's gotten an answer for you. So what do you guys think? iPhone 6, iWatch, gigantic size HTC Ones. They just called it the HTC 2, which they probably should have called the M8 in the first place. I want to hear your thoughts. Are you excited? Not excited? Do you not care? Do you care so much? Do you care much more than you should? Do you care what other people think? Do you care that people know that you care? I want to hear your thoughts. Leave them down below in the doobly-doo. I'd love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions. And of course, check us out at technobuffalo.com for the latest and greatest tech news. Until next time, I am John Rettinger. I'll see you guys next video. What's up, everyone? Thank you for watching that video. If you want to see more of the latest and greatest tech news, you can subscribe to our main Techno Buffalo channel by clicking the button right down below in my pants region, or click on the buttons to your right to see more videos.